play, but they really honed down on the list. And now it's shown up with, come on to what they're playing today, which has been a very strong deck. So Adam Kai on Delver. Turn 1 will probe Michael to drop him to 18, and will cast Delver of Secrets. And the natural flip off Delver, which is always very strong.
Yeah, so
and it's a gut
Michael
shot.
will be unable to.
Adam Kai looks like he has all foil. His entire deck is foiled, I believe. Well, a lot of it is.
That's very Adam Kai.
Very Alright, so the turn 1 flips Delver. That's very hard for Michael to deal with out of his deck, because his deck does not have very many removal spells. This card is probably, the Delver will probably deal somewhere around 12 damage before Michael has a way to deal with it, if he ever does.
Standard open players.
Alright, and a Strangleroot guy's coming down. Going to try to start a race, but not a race you're going to be winning when the Delver naturally flips on turn 1.
Right. So Adam drops to 16. Yeah. That Cavern is set to human, which makes me think that the Geist of Saint trapped in his hand. He has another method plan to cast.
Ooh, Adam draws a sword.
Oh, alright, well then we have another guy. So the first one was a ruse. This one's probably set to Spirit. And it is set to Spirit. There we go. And Geist of Saint Trapped files. And yeah, he does have a Sword of War piece. An aggressive creatures draw is one of the better draws for Adam here. It's usually better than like the Mana Leaks draw.
It's definitely better than the Mana Leaks draw. And the aggressive creatures draw is so sick when you're on the play.
And Hetrick just drew Crushing Vines.
That's a pretty good card.
It's a very good, well, it's the answer he's looking for here, actually.
You know, Crushing Vines is pretty awesome against Delver because it does everything you want your sideboard cards to do. Like when you sideboard in cards like Ancient Grudge, a lot of the time they take out their swords or just weird things happen.
So he's debating between Metamorph and Crushing Vines here. So, close play.
And
my guess is that it's
even here.
Crushing Vines is I think where I would go with this. It's very close. The problem is that if he gets his he has to figure which of these can he not afford to have mana leaked. And I think it's the Crushing Vines.
Yeah, especially because he knows that Adam Kai has.
Well, the problem is if he legend rules the Geist, there's a chance that Adam just attacks and drops another Geist. He's gonna go with Metamorphing. Is it the Delver? He can go with the Geist. Okay. Hetrick drops to 12. And then he'll swing back.
Alright, so going to give Adam another turn now.
And Adam pretty far ahead in the race. Hetrick at 12, Adam at 14. Hetrick will be dropping to 9 here.
And after dropping 9 from this attack, Hetrick's in a weird place because it'll become very hard for him to do something like tap out for Huntmaster or something like that, because then he can kind of get Vapor Snagged out of the game if he starts doing that.
Right, and Adam Kai does have a Vapor Snag. And Sword of War and Peace.
So this is a great opportunity to Crushing Vines and Delver.
Well, you might wait until Adam tries to equip.
You open yourself up to Mana Leak then.
You do.
But it's unlikely that Adam still has Mana Leaks in his deck,
if
right?
Adam had a Mana Leak in his hand, he probably wouldn't have made the play there. He probably would have held back to Mana Leak and then done it all in one turn. Maybe not, but I suppose there hasn't been a single turn where, well, on turn 2, Adam didn't Mana Leak a Strangleroot Geist. So and he would have had, and he had the option to.
Well,
so you have to assume, and he would have. You would have leaked the turn 2. If you turn 1 natural flip Delver, you would leak a turn 2 Strangleroot Geist. So I think at that point Michael's not too worried about Mana Leak. Still swing dropping Adam Kai down to 12. So yeah, he still has the Vines. He wants to know whether it's better to play Vines or to go for Huntmaster. I think he's got to go with Crushing Vines.
Yeah, at this point it's just
Huntmaster's good, dangerous. But it can wait. It's debating whether he wants to try to score the free 2 mana, and he's not gonna. He's just gonna go straight for the Delver. Yes, he has to read the card. But yes, it does kill it. It's flipped.
Yeah, that's right. Those Vines can kill your insect the same way they kill this owl.
Yeah.
pictured.
Owl was crushed by some
That
vines.
poor owl. It's like, oh. That's a graphic picture.
All right. So Adam will untap her. He kind of has, what is he has Vapor Snag in his hand. He has another land. It's Moorland Haunt, which he has two creatures of fodder for. That's actually a really scary draw, a really good draw for him. Michael's gonna have to, well, resolve. The problem is he had to resolve this Consecrated Sphinx to block, but Adam does have a Vapor Snag. Michael's going to need some way to deal with this sword. Michael doesn't have a way to do it, so he's going to go to 11 and kind of just hope to race.
Yeah, now kind of wishing he had the Crushing Vines for the Sword of War and Peace, but it's definitely correct to hit that Delver when he did.
Yeah.
The Star City Games Wolf token making its way into the battlefield. Michael Hetrick gaining 2 life, making a wolf.
Right, so he's going to have to try to race a Sword of War and Peace, which because Adam's hand is fairly empty, may be possible, but I'm still doubtful. Sword of War and Peace is very good at winning races. Got a whole stack of Spirit tokens, which you're going to need for this Moorland Haunt.
Those Spirit tokens coming from the same world that Tameo comes from. You can tell because there's a moon in the background. I'm just going to say that about every moon.
It looks like he does have a Snapcaster. She's going to Gut Shot and snap the Gut Shot at the Huntmaster. That drops Adam to 6. But soon to go back up higher. So Michael has a green Sun Zenith. Does he have? He could off a land Zenith for an Acidic Slime here next turn. Now I don't know if he'll still be alive if that happens. And he has to equip to the Spirit token because he needs to be sure that he gets his life gain in. So damage done 3 plus 3, so Hetrick will drop to 5. Adam will go up to 8. And he'll pass back the turn. So Hetrick does have...
Adam does have the Vapor Snag?
Still does have a Vapor Snag. Okay. I mean, I think Michael's play is to blindly try to slime the sword. So if he swings the team and tries to slime the sword, he'll die because he's essentially at 4 due to Vapor Snag and one of his blockers is gone. Adam will have a Spirit token on end step, so Adam's already threatening to swing for 4 even without the sword. Hetrick's debating between Consecrated Sphinx and Zenithing for slime. I think that which is his only way to answer the sword. If he I mean he doesn't know it, but the play he needs to do is to Zenith for the slime and then just swing with the wolf.
I mean, that significantly decreases the number of cards that Adam just kills him with on the spot. However, the Sphinx play actually...
Okay, so it looks like he's committed to that play. Just swinging with Geist will drop Adam to 6. I don't think Adam blocks here at all.
I would be surprised to see a block.
Alright, debating here whether it's... Alright, he'll go to 6.
Green Sun's enough, you know. Many options.
But Consecrated Sphinx is not going to get it there because he has the Vapor Snag.
And a snag will end this game.
Yep, alright, and they're going to game 3. So presumably, let's say here that Hetrick had Zenith for the Acidic Slime. In that case, Adam can swing back and put him at 1. And I'm not positive Hetrick can kill him. No, he can swing back. Actually, he can't swing back and put it 1. I think that puts Hetrick into the game. I don't see a way that Adam just untaps and wins. Though Adam has plenty of live draws, you know, a Snapcaster, another Vapor Snag that would still win him the game. A Gut Shot.
Now, post-board, do you think Michael, when he's on the play against this deck, has any Hell Riders in his deck, or no?
No, I don't think so. In this matchup, I would almost certainly rather a Punt Master than Hell Rider. The life gain plus the possible flip just seems to be the stronger way to go.
So, post-board, he's going to have 2 Crushing Vines.
Well,
He's going to bring in a Kessig Wolf Run.
He appears that he did bring in the Consecrated Sphinx for this matchup.
Sphinx.
And I would imagine
And
Stinger Fling
Stinger
Spider
Fling, yeah.
would also come in. Stinger Fling and the Ancient Grudge. Out of Adam Kai's board, he's going to bring in 3 Phantasmal Image first, to be sure. And I'm not certain any of his other cards come in. He may probably 2 Mental Misstep as well.
So you don't think Hero Blade Hold comes in here? I guess it's different than
really,
most
no.
red greenish decks.
Hero probably would just crash into things that could kill it. I don't think I would want to bring a Hero in.
Yeah, there's a lot of fat in the pod deck, making it a bit stranger than other, red-green decks. Something like,
Definitely.
yeah, I mean, Hero's a card that you're always very happy to side in against a red-green aggro deck, but Hetrick's deck has many other angles, and the fact that he has access to things like Wolf through Silverheart and Inferno Titan mean that Hero isn't really going to dominate the table as much as it is in other matchups.
Yeah. Alright. This matchup, once again, it's another one of those decks that's a little more offbeat. Rugpod, between Rugpod and Frights as the other decks that are doing very well in Standard. A little off the beaten path, which I think because the people are trying to design new decks that have good Delver matchups. Once again, then we play them against Delver and we have to, it's like, well, okay, show me your good Delver matchup.
And 55% is good.
Sure.
And
If 55% is what they have.
That is what they have. Over the course of the entire tournament, Delver won 45% of its matches.
Which is day one, sure. We'll see.
The field has 55%.
The fact that the field is almost half Delver probably could skew the numbers a bit. I don't know, but that is enough of a deviation that it does raise some questions. But not. To be fair, though, our only undefeated Standard players are still Delver players, which might just be a product of numbers more than anything else. If half the field's playing it, well, that does matter.
Definitely matter.
If you're interested in what is being played here, there's a Standard and Legacy metagame breakdown available on the coverage. It's really interesting to look at.
Star City Game Zone, Glenn Jones.
Yeah. So Hetrick leading off on a turn 1 mana creature has got to be exactly what he wants to do. Kai will respond with the turn 1 Delver, so creature versus creature. Last game was really influential that Kai blind flipped his turn 1 Delver, so we'll see if he does it again. Hetrick appears to have just a 1-land hand. But you've seen him keep a lot of those on camera.
Yes. I have seen him keep many of those.
Yeah. Has plenty of mana creatures, so it's not exactly a bad idea.
I mean, this is definitely a keep.
Yeah,
This one
has enough mana creatures that you'd want to do it. So, well, it's close because it has double. The problem is if he draws the untapped green, the hand is so good. It has double Strangle Rootgeist. Kai draws a Plains, so the Delver will not flip. It might attack though. I doubt Hetrick would trade the Llanowar Elves for it.
That seems pretty unlikely.
He's drawn Phantasmal Image, so still stuck on 1 land.
Okay, so Strangle Rootgeist can come down. Start.
It looks like it would come down into a mana leak, but that's okay. He needs to just start casting his spells anyway. I can't imagine he wouldn't play it. Or he's going to Zenith for 2. So it looks like he's going to Zenith for a Strangle Rootgeist, with the hope that if he draws an untapped land, he can play Strangle Rootgeist next turn.
Seems quite reasonable.
So okay, he's going to over Zenith. He's over Zenithing for the birds. The sneaky player opponent's like, oh, I can deal with Strangle Rootgeist. No, I'm actually getting birds. I don't have land. He then threatens next turn he has Huntmaster of the Fells. Or 2 Strangle Rootgeists. Kai, drawing the Seachrome Coast. Alright, now he's going to swing.
Yeah, the double Strangler Rootgeist play, probably the better play if your opponent has Mana Leak, Mana Open.
Yeah.
The Huntmaster play, better if your opponent does not have Mana Open.
Alright, Hetrick draws. Alright, another land. We are in business. I'm expecting to see a flurry of Strangle Rootgeists.
Yes.
Oh, he's going to go with Huntmaster.
Goes
Okay.
with Huntmaster. That's pretty interesting.
And it resolves?
Yeah. I mean, Adam likely is taking these.
The question at this point is what did Adam keep? What did Adam keep here? He doesn't seem to have any plays.
I think he must have maybe images.
He does have an image. That's
that's
true.
like one of the only cards he could have at this point, right? Because he hasn't been playing.
He has
anything.
drawn lands every turn, which if anyone has been a Delver player, has to know the frustration behind flooding when you're playing this deck. It's actually just the worst thing. He's going to image the Huntmaster of the Fells. But remember, the image cannot transform, so he's just actually paying for your 4 power and 2 life, which of course is fine, but you know, this won't, yeah, it cannot transform, so this is all he's going to get from it. Which still puts him really far behind. Hetrick will almost certainly just pass the turn. Or he may, if he draws another land play, go for Consecrated Sphinx.
I mean, if your opponent didn't counter the...
He didn't counter the Huntmaster, no. If he draws a land, he'll go with Consecrated Sphinx. And he does, and I think that's just the play.
Definitely the play. Although, it's... Is it possible for Adam to have another image? If I'm Michael, I'd probably put my opponent maybe on another image, because I don't know what else he could have in his hand. Because he didn't do anything after the turn one Delver.
Sure.
And I guess you could just put him on a Flood because he hasn't flipped the Delver yet. But because he hasn't flipped the Delver yet, I'd be thinking, well, then he's starting creatures, but then he hasn't played any creatures.
Well, if he has another image, then he'll get 2 cards off it, and then you'll pass the turn, and you'll be able to kill the image with Huntmaster. It wouldn't be the best, but I think you'd still be the one left of the Consecrated Sphinx, and you'd have so many cards. I'd still do it, even if I'm worried about an image. Playing the Sphinx is just too good.
But getting a Sphinx on the table is, generally speaking, a pretty nice thing. Michael, deciding to go with Strangleroot Geist there.
Alright, so instead we're going to get barraged by Strangle-Roots. Strangle-Root, image Strangle-Root. Copying Strangle-Root, and alright, we're going to attack with all these Geists. Strangleroot Geist, one of the best cards in this matchup for the Rugpod deck. And Adam does not have any sweepers. It's going to be hard for him to win this game.
Wolf and 3 Strangleroot Geists coming into the red zone now.
The Wolf is?
I imagine.
Me too. Just the image and the Wolf.
Huh. Interesting. I'm actually really interested by that. I'd like to talk to Michael about that. I think he definitely has some insights on this because he's played this deck a lot, so I would...
Alright, then he blocks across. Alright, doesn't want to kill the Phantasmal image because he doesn't really want it to come back as a Huntmaster.
No, it's not the best thing when that happens.
So Adam will drop to 20. Alright, and Delver of Secrets turns into Insectile Aberration.
I mean, a little bit odd to me. I think you can kind of attack with, if you want to lead back blockers, you can attack with everything except image, and then your opponent can't attack you back, right?
Yeah, that's fair too. Well, if he has a gut shot or something, then he could, but not. Well, not really. It would just sacrifice and undie. All right, so Ponder.
Yeah, it's Ponder. He finds a gut shot, and
Is that a misstep?
I think it's a mental misstep and a land.
Yep. Great cards early in the game. I don't think they're what he wants now.
No, I don't think they do enough. He's gonna have to shuffle this up.
What he wants to find is a sword or some. I think a Sword of War and Peace would be a great find.
Yes, Sword of War and Peace would help him start a race, which is what he wants to do here.
What he doesn't know is that Hetrick's last card's a Consecrated Sphinx, which I think Hetrick is going to get this game.
I agree. I think being on the play with a Strangleroot Geist deck against a Delver deck is generally pretty good. It's funny just how big the difference is on one side or the other. All right, so Adam, she's going to shuffle this up. And we'll see. Does he find what he needs? Is it a Sword of War and Peace?
It's a Vapor Snag.
It's a Vapor Snag, not a bad one.
No, it's a fine card to have. It means that when Hetrick slams a Consecrated Sphinx, it's not going to kill him.
Definitely better than the other 3 cards he saw with Ponder.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to image his own 3/2 flyer. Or he may image a Huntmaster. I'm not positive which one he's going to pick. Yeah, he's going to go with Huntmaster.
We go for Stringergeist.
Goes for Stringergeist. Okay, that's also very good.
But that's probably the best.
Yeah,
Because
I
your
would
opponent
agree.
has so many Stringergeist, then when they attack, you get to bring it back as a Huntmaster.
Alright.
Alright.
So, attacks, putting Michael Hetrick down to 18. And now, so now he's thinking, how do you win from this situation? Slam a Consecrated Sphinx.
Certainly helps.
I don't
Very
think,
surprised he did that pre-combat. And he can't really attack, right?
'cause then it'll undie as a Consecrated Sphinx. Yeah, he can't attack now, since he played that pre-combat.
And once the image has the counter, it's probably fine.
Yeah, I would have
Just
definitely
the same.
swung pre-combat so that this image can't do anything. Hetrick seems to be a little on edge with his position right now. You know, he may.
So,
Well, the reason I'm saying that is that it's fine to not attack and play Consecrated Sphinx, but if you were consciously making that decision, you would play it and just say go. It seems like he's played it and has now realized that he can't attack.
yeah, I mean, he can attack.
No, you can't. You can't, because Adam would get a Consecrated Sphinx, Vapor Snag, Hetrick Sphinx, untap, and suddenly he'd be on the wrong side of a Sphinx for.
Yeah, I mean, if Hetrick attacks here, he just loses basically almost right away.
Yep.
Okay, looks like he passed the turn.
Yeah, realize that he can't do much else.
Or maybe not. The
Yeah,
that hand
except it's
motion
going to
there.
get Vapor Snag.
Okay.
Hetrick will drop to 17. I think Quintalin's face looks a little disappointed there with how that turned out, but it'll probably all be fine, depending on what Kai draws here, and that's I can't tell what it is.
Is that a mental misstep?
Maybe.
This could also be a thought scour.
Alright, and we'll just swing with the 3-2, putting Hetrick down to 14. Remember, Hetrick still has plenty of options available. He can just pass the turn and kill Insectile Aberration
All
if
right,
he'd
so
like.
Huntmaster's gonna flip. Ooh. All right.
Yep.
Does remember. Gets it in time.
Yeah, I'm not positive how. That'll be a judge. A judge will decide whether or not it's actually happened.
I think he does get it by the new rules. It's like if you notice right away,
Yeah.
you get to do it. 'Cause it
Yep.
is a must.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. It's a must. So it does get to flip, and it's going to take down Insectile Aberration. I'm pretty sure.
You could also take out the Phantasmal image, depending on how Hetrick.
I think the
uses
play I would
system
like,
design.
I believe, is for it to take down Delver of Secret, take down Insectile Aberration, and then just swing with a bunch of Geists,
Yeah,
and
I
then drop
agree.
Consecrated Sphinx.
It's also the play that I like. All right, so
Deciding which one to kill.
it's dangerous though because he doesn't know what Adam's hand is.
Right, and remember, even if he kills the Phantasmal image, he will get the 2 damage because it's a double targeting ability. Alright, so Insectile Aberration dies, Adam Kai drops to 18, Hetrick will draw for the turn. And what, he's putting the wolf in the sleeve for a second there?
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on there. Michael has drawn Birthing Pod.
Ooh, he kept in the birthing pod.
Yeah, usually that comes out in this matchup. He's just going to go for the Sphinx again.
No attack first again.
I don't think he wants to be attacking here. I mean, He probably is under the assumption that if he gets this Sphinx to work, if the Sphinx sticks, the game's going to be over. Why? It doesn't matter what else he does.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, time has been called. Recall they probably have a time. They have a 5-minute extension as they were switched to being a feature match.
So 5-minute extension beginning now.
Yep.
With that 5-minute extension, there should be enough time to finish this game.
Yeah. Michael really has been in control of this game. He just needs to make sure that he closes the deal and doesn't accidentally draw. He's drawing another land in a birthing pod, so no help there yet, but if Sphinx survives, it won't matter.
Alright, so...
do any of Hetrick's 3-drops target? If he has...
Deceiver Exarch does in fact target.
Okay, so he can attack at will into the Phantasmal Image, and he can't block it here. So he's going to go to 12. He could have attacked into the Phantasmal Image if he wanted, and then potted into, potted a Stranglegeist into a 3-drop, and then killed the image.
So Adam pondered post-combat here. That's something
yes, as we said before, if you're going to ponder on a turn, it's usually the first thing you want to do during a turn. Delver is a very difficult deck to play correctly.
Yeah, it can be very hard. Alright, so Adam does find a Restoration Angel, so what he's probably going to do here is use the Restoration Angel to target that Phantasmal Image, which will let him copy the Sphinx.
Right. And you get to start the game of chicken involving Consecrated Sphinxes, which Hetrick will probably just let Adam have 2 cards.
Yeah, but the other thing is that Michael then on his turn will be able to Birthing Pod and sacrifice his image, grabbing a Deceiver Exarch, which can kill the image of Adam Kai.
And come back as a Restoration Angel.
Come back as...
You can come back as a Restoration Angel and flip your Huntmaster back to the day side.
Yeah, that seems good.
I think that's the best. So much value here. Oh,
there's a lot of value
so much value. Adam has not taken the Restoration Angel. Cavern is naming human. Yeah, I don't know if Adam has seen that play. So okay, instead he's going to opt to snap a Ponder. Or maybe he's snapping... Okay, the play he did see is snapping a Vapor Snag on his own image. He's doing that instead of the Restoration Angel play. The Vapor Snag should be exiled now, though.
It should be. It's true. So, that's actually very relevant, having a Vapor Snag in the graveyard versus not having it, so...
Yeah.
Should probably happen.
He passed the turn on upkeep. 2 spells, flips Hetrick's Huntmaster back. Snapcaster is very good at doing that.
Snapcaster Mage is very good
Hetrick
at
will draw a card.
back and forth.
Adam Kai will draw 2 cards. Will Hetrick draw any cards? I can't imagine he will.
I don't think so. Alright, so... Now it's time for
Vapor Snag gets exiled.
some Birthing Pod action.
Yeah, I think so. He may pay. I think he may pay in full for almost all of this. All right, you can take 2, go down to 10.
And,
I remember. Yeah.
Did he gain the 2 from the Huntmaster's turn yet?
Yeah. So he's either at 10 or 12. When his Huntmaster flipped back, he did gain 2 life.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, he's at 12, so that dropped him to 14.
Yeah, now he's got some interesting decisions to make.
And now he's going to attacks here, I believe. So he's going to Vapor Snag the Consecrated Sphinx. All right, Sphinx goes back to hand. Hetrick goes to 11.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to pay the mana to pod Phantasmal Image. Phantasmal Image comes back. He have any? He has nothing in the yard, I believe, for Snapcaster. So he'll copy Consecrated Sphinx. So actually, he still does have his own Sphinx. Very good play there. And he's going to get something that targets. He could get Ether Adept. He could get Deceiver Exarch. He'll get Ether Adept and kill Adam's Phantasmal Image.
Yeah, so things looking pretty good for Michael Hetrick here.
And that's a Wolf and a Spirit on Kai's side of the board.
Yeah, and those multiple copies of Birds of Paradise even protect Michael from a sword getting equipped onto a flyer.
Right, so he's going to pass the turn now. All right, Hetrick will double draw here. If he catches it, Yes, he does.
I'm surprised there was no attack there. I feel like they're...
The only reason he'd want to attack is the fact that they're very close to being at time in the round.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's probably not necessary for him to attack yet. He can do it next turn.
Adam's got to play a little bit faster.
Well, next turn, Hetrick can pod the Ether Adept into a Huntmaster, attack and say go, which will be no spells, and immediately flip the Huntmaster he pods into,
And flip both.
Flip both, destroy Adam's team, win the game.
Yeah.
So actually, even if time were called now, Michael Hetrick may be able to win in 5 turns.
Yes.
Cavan has really drawn a few lands too many this game. If you walk by a game and you see a Delver player with 8 lands in play and more in his hand, usually you've seen a Delver player who's losing.
All right, so there's probably only like 2 minutes left now, so.
Swings with Snapcaster and Spirit.
Quickly.
Concentrated swings with Block Spirit. You may have forgotten, it's a 4/6. Yep, all right.
And
it's been a Restoration Angel. The Snapcaster. This is before damage?
I guess he's the Spirit token is more important than dealing 2 damage to Michael.
Sure. An interesting order to do it in. You probably would want to do that pre-combat. Alright, Hetrick has drawn another Birthing Pod.
Alright, so here I believe Hetrick will just Birthing Pod the Aether Adept.
Into a Huntmaster.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then next turn he can double Huntmaster and kill the Angel. Well,
all right.
Yeah. Again, it's kind of bad for Michael to attack here.
Well, there's still an Angel on the battlefield. Yeah, if you can pot into both Huntmasters and then really kill everything, it's probably good.
Wait, hold on a second. That Vapor Snag that just got Snapcaster, that was in his graveyard from.
No, it's not. That was the second one.
Second one. Okay.
Second
Oh
one.
my gosh. I just.
Yeah.
Oh,
no worries.
Phew. Oh my gosh. Almost had a little bit of a
back up the game moment. No, they got it. It's all good.
Like, because it was on the top, I was like, no. So anyway, back to this game. Michael with a few options here. One of the probably the most powerful option is still to just play the Sphinx, but hard to make that play when you're down to the wire with time like this. Are they in time now?
I think you just need to make a play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they're in turns, aren't they? I can't imagine them playing this slow.
We do not believe they are. They're still in time.
He needs to play faster.
Yeah,
He's so far ahead.
He can't afford to lose this game. Alright, 2 mana to pod the Strangleroot Geist. Alright, so we're podding something else. We're podding Strangleroot Geist into... What do we have? We have Deceiver Exarch. So he's just going to tap the Restoration Angel.
Daybreak Ranger.
I don't like any of those as much as Huntmaster.
Yeah, neither do I.
Out of the board, does he have any 3-drops that you might be getting here? I guess he could be getting... it's either Deceiver Exarch, Borderland Ranger, or Daybreak Ranger.
Did Michael just whiff? Did he just Birthing Pod for something that's not in his deck?
Right, this is turn 0. So Michael will have 2 more attacks to get there with. He has the Deceiver Exarch. I guess he's going.
He can use it to untap the pod if he wants.
Sure. Yeah, so he'll go up pod with that. I mean, either way though, he really cost himself a lot of precious time there.
Yeah. Could have gotten himself a whole extra turn, which.
Yeah, if he'd have made it so that time was called during Adam Kai's turn, Michael would have 3 attacks to win instead of 2. So he's going to cast. No, he's going to cast another Huntmaster to gain 2. We'll see.
It's a little odd.
It may be that he wants to pod into a Wolfear Silverheart.
Yeah,
he also
so-
could pot into Zealous Conscripts if they're still in the deck.
Oh, that's true. Not unreasonable at all.
He's gonna so he's gonna pot away the Huntmaster to grab.
Wolf your Silverheart, presumably.
Stinger Fling Spider.
Very nice. Okay.
Getting rid of Restoration Angel. I think we'll see the whole team attack. But remember, he's got 2 more turns to attack after this, which is probably enough. Let's hope he gets there.
All right, and
So attacking
Team
means
coming out
by
of the red
Ether
zone.
Adept, 3/2 Strangle Rootgeist, 2/1 Strangle Rootgeist, Huntmaster of the Fells, and a Wolf token. Only creature you may want to hang back is Huntmaster, though I think I like it more attacking.
I don't think it's flipping this game. And if it's flipping when your opponent casts nothing, then you're gonna win anyway.
Right. So he'll block the Ether Adept and the Wolf token, not the actual Huntmaster.
Oh, he's trying to draw an image to copy the Huntmaster because that'll give him enough time to survive, perhaps.
Right. So he takes 7. Adam Kai will drop to 11.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
never
playing the
mind, he did
Huntmaster, not the
copy
Wolf. So
Huntmaster.
he'll
Okay.
still go to 11. Remember, Hetrick, playing Landmore Elves then and passing a turn. Has the ability to go get Inferno Titan also next turn.
Wow. So Michael Hetrick looks to be in very, very solid control of this game. Ooh, but Michael able to flip this Delver Secrets.
Adam Kai, yeah, I mean that's the drawing the Ponder is probably the more relevant half of that equation. So it lets him maybe draw a way to stall out of this game.
It's going to be really difficult to stall out of this one. Because Michael still has 2 more turns, not just
Yes.
1.
Michael has 2 more turns. Adam essentially playing off the top of his deck, so we have a Ponder. Let's see what we get. We get a Restoration Angel, which will be very strong here. A something and a land, which he'll keep on top. I think it's a Snapcaster Mage, would be my guess, based on the fact that he's now looking at his graveyard. Restoration Angel and a Snapcaster Mage might be enough for him to get this. Or to force the draw is what I mean.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of trickiness.
It's a lot of spells.
Fortunately, no more Vapor Snags in his yard, so going to be rough. And you can use the Snapcaster to cantrip into the Restoration Angel, which
Right.
then can blink the Snapcaster again. Now, after this Snapcaster comes down, so he's
question,
probably
if-
just going to target a
If
Ponder.
Michael Hetrick has brought in 1 Hell Rider, this game is over.
Yes.
Actually, just over. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures. He could attack. Yes, he'll just win next turn.
I don't hate having 1 Hellrider post board against a lot of different things, because you get in these situations where you just build up tons of stuff against decks that don't have board sweepers.
Right.
All right. So, Adam, playing another land. It's a lot of lands.
Easy play. So he Snapcastered. Snapcaster was targeting. First Snapcaster targeted, what was that?
Ponder.
A Ponder. And second one, Angel Flickering Snapcaster getting another Ponder.
And now he's tapped out again.
Alright. We see Sword of War and Peace. It's a good one.
It is a good one. Okay, so
It's Sword of War and Peace.
Michael got to figure out if he can win this game.
Well,
in
here's
just
the question.
2
If
turns.
Adam Kai swing... Okay, he's not going to try to play for the win. I was wondering whether he was going to try to play for a win here. But
Well,
Stinger
Stinger
Fling
Fling
has
has
reach.
reach.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's a spider. Nah, you probably can't do that.
Spider.
Alright. Hetrick has drawn Huntmaster of the Fells.
Now, Hetrick does still have his Inferno Titan, correct?
Correct.
So, yeah, Hetrick can trade in a Spider for an Inferno Titan.
He'll cast Hunt
Or-
Master of the Fells.
Huntmaster.
Going to 12, getting a Wolf. And he will pod the Huntmaster
Podding the Huntmaster
into Zealous Conscripts or Wolfir Silverheart, likely.
Zealous Conscripts would be quite good. Yes.
Zealous
And that's
Conscripts. That's enough damage?
Yeah. 3 blockers, right? And then their Smash Power attackers, it's 2 plus 5 to 7, 9, 13, 14,
Looks like Hetrick has counted this out. Alright.
18,
He's-
21.
He set aside the 3 biggest blockers already just for Kai. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 exactly. And that should be it. Just waiting for Kai to confirm it. Counting it again. And that's the extent.
Yeah, that's it.
There
Michael
we go.
Hetrick.
Hetrick still stays at 10, 1, and 1.
Pretty good record to have.
Very
in the
good
tournament.
record. Puts him in second place right now, just behind Jerry Thompson. Heading into the legacy portion where he's playing Stoneblade.
Yeah, so both these players, went pretty